Empire, they had a silver coin, which is a good store of value. But when they were running, in effect, budget deficits, the Roman Empire, they would change the composition, put in some lead or copper or other elements, debasing the currency.
Which was their money printing.
Correct. It's the exact equivalent of that. And there are many, many examples of that throughout history. The Weimar hyperinflation is a very well-known one. But it's also true that some of the strongest, greatest, longest-lasting empires had solid money. The Republic of Venice and the Byzantine Empire had periods of 300 years of price stability because they used gold.
Because they had capital requirements.
Correct. Well, in fact, gold was
the capital requirement.
Capital. That's right. Banks were required to have it.
And so this is all well and interesting, John.
You're more bullish about silver. Obviously, I want to know why. I also want to know what are the unique factors that move this market that are completely different from gold. I know, for one, it's a lot smaller. I know that with supply, a lot of it comes on from mines that aren't dedicated silver mines, and also some of it, of course, has to go to industrial use.
Right. Well, Lauren, first of all, I'm very happy that you don't spend much time on silver.
Oh, well, good. I'll pat myself on the back. Now tell me why.
Statement. It's a statement that people don't look at silver, right? We have these silver trusts, and I go around and see various people on silver and institutions, and not many people spend any time looking at silver, which I regard as a great thing, which means, you know, it can only change to the better. What are the key things that I look at in silver? And I would encourage people to check out the data. I mean, if you go to the U.S. Mint website, you'll find both this year and last year that the amount of dollars invested in silver and gold coins is the same. Now, that makes for an interesting thing on the physical side, because, as you know, the price is trading at 53 to 1 ratio, which means we're buying 53 times more silver than gold for investment purposes. 53.
Wow.
The available of silver for investment versus gold for investment is a ratio of 7 to 1, is what you can put in. But people are buying it 50 to 1. When we issue our silver trust, which we just closed on a deal, we raised $320 million in the last tranche of our silver deal. The previous tranche of our gold deal, which is about 2 months ago, we raised $349 million. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, it was about the same. In other words, we bought 50 times more silver for investment purposes than we did gold. Well, all I can tell you is, when it's available 7 for 1, the investor can't keep buying it at 50 to 1 before something happens.
Okay, interesting. So then I do want to ask, though, because, like I said, we talk about gold, but for people that watch this show who perhaps aren't the more well-endowed investors in our audience, but they may want to own precious metals. They may think silver is a more affordable way to do so. But I also know that silver is very volatile, or at least it has been. So is this a good type of investment for the type of person who wants to own precious metals but can't afford to buy gold, or not, because there are these other factors that make it volatile?
Right. Well, you know, there's lots of factors that make it volatile, including all the paper trading, including potential manipulation of the silver price. There's lawsuits that are filed that anyone can go and read about manipulation of the silver price in 2008. There's a CFTC investigation where one of the commissioners said there's obvious evidence that there might be fraudulent activity going on in the silver market. So with that in mind, you might say, well, maybe those markets I'm looking at that are as volatile as they are needn't be that volatile. I would only say this. I think silver will be the investment of this decade, whereas gold was the investment of the last decade. Silver has outperformed gold. It's more volatile, however. And I kind of take a long-term view on these things. If I was to give people advice, what do you do with your money? I believe that silver will trade down to a 16 to 1 ratio to gold.
And I bet you the Chinese are buying the hell out of it too.